Every day we hear of the growing need for food all around the world. And with earthquakes and floods, drought and famine, the list of countries in need is only getting longer. What if I told you that with a tap of your keyboard and a click of your mouse, you could feed hundreds, maybe even thousands around the world? Well, it's called virtual farming, and you don't even have to get your hands dirty.
Virtual farming is a person that is not going to actually come to the farm. They don't have
Ray Baloun is the founder of Kernels of Hope, the virtual farming online charity that is giving new meaning to reaping what you sow. I spoke to him via Skype.
They don't have to get their hands dirty, but they're going to be connected just as much as a real farmer, because I'm going to arrange the other end to have a real farmer doing the work for us and planting the crop. And the virtual farmer, he is paying the money to be able to supply the cost, to cover the cost for those acres. And I keep those virtual farmers up to date all through the season of how the weather is, how the markets are, and that at the end, that virtual farmer has a crop.
So now this is essentially the same as doing this. Anyone can get involved. And that's what has people like Pastor Glenn Peterson excited, especially since he admits to knowing nothing about farming.
I think a few things. One, it seemed really smart. It was a great use of resources, investing in a great need. One of the things that's really appealing to me about the project is that my resources get invested in a field, and something grows and something happens to it. And then that's harvested and becomes money. And then that continues to generate and make a difference in terms of poverty and hunger issues in the world.
Even his congregation has gotten involved.
We actually had a student, we actually focused on it at Christmas time. We had a student that, again, one of those sort of Advent conspiracy moments where he said, I want to, in lieu of Christmas presents this year, I want to buy a couple acres of virtual farm. Which I thought was great.
And while the real farmers are doing most of the work, Ray Baloun says they see the benefit in working alongside Kernels of Hope as well.
Farmers are generous people, and when I tell them about the cause, and that anybody I know is eligible to be on my list to be a farmer, so they, for example, one time last year, one of our producers, he said that it was the most important thing that he's ever done.
Once the virtual farmer buys their acre through Kernels of Hope, the real farmer designates that acre's harvest, and Ray and his team, in partnership with World Relief Canada and Canadian Food Grains Bank, are able to send the proceeds to a needy country. Laurie, CEO of World Relief Canada, explains.
The Canadian Food Grains Bank is a membership organization with 15 members, and we are one of the members. Each one of us has an account at the Canadian Food Grains Bank, and so the Kernels of Hope funds that are created from that growing project go into our account. And then our account funds are pooled with others, members, and then matched by Canadian government through CEDA. And a fund is created to program in countries of need overseas.
Over the years, the money raised by Kernels of Hope has been given to local food programs in a couple of African countries, with the idea of creating a sustainable living environment.
With Kernels of Hope, we picked two specific projects. First one was in Swakoko, Liberia, and helping people that had been chased off of their land through civil wars, and now they're being able to come back and resettle. So we're supplying some food when they really need it, but we're also giving them seed and tools to be able to carry on to produce their own food. In food for work projects, so they can build maybe a bridge towards to get their own markets. This last year, the last 3 years, we've been helping in the Sudan, in South Aweel County. And it's very similar, but we're also able to buy them fishing equipment there so that they can help feed their own families.
And because of the generous giving, Ray knows a difference is being made in each of those countries.
If I use an analogy like one of these actual grain bags, I would show people and say, let's reach into the bottom of that bag. It's arrived in your village and you haven't had food for a long time. And you'll reach in and you'll take out a handful of wheat. And now that wheat is going to solve your hunger. And hunger, if you're really hungry, there's very little else you can think about. And you've got a plan for yourself and your family. So now the hunger is satisfied. You reach in the bag again. And now there is the bag, a handful of health. And if you've got a good nutrition, your body, just like a crop, is going to be healthier and resist diseases, and you can grow properly. So now maybe I reach in, take out another handful, and there's a handful of hope. And without hope, we've got nothing. These people now know that there is somebody in somewhere that's probably never ever going to meet them that cares.
If you would like to find out more about virtual farming and Kernels of Hope, you can go to our website at 100huntley.com. In Burlington, Ontario, Magdalene John, 100 Huntley Street.